At one point during September, the batteries here in my power shed got so low that they effectively got the BMS cut them off to stop them getting dangerously low that would damage them. So I have some screen captures that I caught from my phone showing the different battery levels during that situation, because I wanted to see which ones had caused the BMS to shut off the whole pack. And you can see there's a couple that were quite low. Those were the ones that that caused the BMS to shut off the pack. You can see that some of the other packs have still got quite a lot of energy in them, and ideally you'd want all the packs to discharge down at the same level so that you can utilize all that energy that's in those other packs, rather than one pack going down too low and causing the BMS to cut off the whole pack. So I've been trying to figure out which ones need a bit more pepping up, and so I changed a few batteries over in these bad blocks for some newer cells with higher capacity, to try and bring the capacity of that pack back up to similar level to the others so that they discharge more evenly, and we'll see whether that makes a difference the next time the packs get a bit lower. So number 6 is this one, and you can see that it went pretty low, so that is the right one. So what we'll do is we will identify that one, and then if we look down here, that one with the little flashing light, that's number 6. So what I'm going to do is swap out a few cells from that one with some new good ones, and that should bolster that one up a little bit. So let's have a look. So anywhere down this row I can swap some out. So let's look for some that got quite a small thing anyway, so like a 15 or a 16 or something like that, and we'll swap it out for something bigger. So there's a couple of a 16 and a 16, they're quite small, so what I'll do is pop those out. Easier said than done with one hand. Okay, it was difficult to do that one-handed, so I had to shut the camera off for a second. But so what I've done is I've swapped out this one, which was about a 17 for a 28, no 23, sorry, and then those two down there, and then I also switched out one more. I can't remember which one it is, but here's the 4 that I took out. So these were all around yeah, 15, 17, 16 and 16, and all the ones I've put in are all about 23, 23, 23, yeah, and the other one was about 23 as well. So hopefully that will bolster that one up a little bit. Next time the pack gets low, we'll see if that's made any difference. Unfortunately, the other one that I need to do is this one on these packs, but that means taking that one out and soldering some 4 cell holders on it, like I've done to the middle one there. And I haven't got any spare 4 cell holders at the moment, so I can't do that one at the moment. I'll have to order some more from eBay or somewhere like that. Interesting to see, after however long these have been in that DIY battery for, it's, you know, quite a long time now, many years. Be interested to see, this was the capacity that they had when I originally tested them, see how much capacity they now have. So I'll put them on my tester and do a test on them all, and then we'll compare the value that's written on here with what it says they've got for the next one. So So what we'll do is we will need to get all of these flashing. On that one. Didn't put my glasses on, so I can't tell. Yeah, normal test. And 500 should be fine, so we'll see. It's morning now, and they've all finished. And you can see some have fared better than others. This one hasn't lost that much, from 16.67 down to 15.17. This one hasn't lost that much either, and neither is that one really, I suppose. That's pretty good going for, there's quite a few years they've been in service, but this one's bad luck. It's gone from 1699 down to 642, so it's lost an entire amp hour of capacity. This one was really hot as well. I noticed when they were charging it, it didn't want to seem to get to its top voltage. Yeah, this one's definitely one of the problem ones from the pack. There's probably more like this in there. Trying to find out which ones are like that though would be really time consuming. This is only really an issue that affects DIY packs that have been made using old laptop batteries and things, because they've all had a different life usage, and different cells will be weaker than others, and depending on, it's fairly random how the packs are put together, but depending on whether or not one pack contains a lot more weaker cells compared to another one will cause it to do to discharge at a faster rate than the others do. So it's not something you can avoid that much when you're doing something like these packs. If you're building a homemade pack using sort of big prismatic cells that are brand new, then they should all discharge at virtually the same rate. So they should stay in step right down to the bottom of the voltage, and you'll be able to use the full energy that's stored in the pack. So if anyone makes their own battery using prismatic cells that are new, then you won't have this problem. But if you're made a powerwall out of old laptop batteries like I've done here, then you'll always have this to some extent. But anyway, it still provides me with a lot of stored energy, even to the point where it cuts off. There's still a bit of energy left in the pack. What I've managed to get out of it up to that point is still a lot, because it's quite a large bank. So it still has value. Yeah, I've been feeling the urge sometimes to make another one, but it's such a lot of work that I keep talking myself out of it. If I was going to do another one, I'd probably try and do one with brand new prismatic cells or something, because that would be something I hadn't done before, so it would be quite interesting. So I've just been checking on my batteries, because it's been a sunny day today and they've been charging as they do, and I just wanted to check what state of charge they were at, and I noticed that this one is fine and this one is fine, but this bank, you see this one over here, it's just a bit lower than all the others, and that got me thinking that maybe we've got a bit of a bad cell in there potentially, that's pulling a load of power because it's got an internal short and effectively leaking away power as heat. So that would make for a cell dropping like this one is. So what I thought I'd do is get my thermal camera and come and have a look at the that battery bank and see if I can see or detect any unusual cells that might need to be replaced. So I'll have a look at that now. So first I'll just identify which cell that is by clicking on which one is it. So this is the low one here. So if I click on identify, that should see, it's got a little blue light on. That's the one. So it's this row here. So let me get the thermal camera and we'll have another look. That all looks pretty good there. That's the DIY BMS. Oh yes. It looks like we have got something. Let's just get down to the bottom. Make sure there's nothing else. No, okay. But there's definitely something there around the back. It is not massively hot. You know, this stuff over here is about 21 degrees, and then around here this one's about 23.8, nearly 24 degrees. So definitely a heater in there, and that's probably what's dropping this pack. So what I need to do is identify which one that is and get that out, and I'll swap it for another one. It'll be better for safety as well. So let's see if I can figure out which one that is. So what I've done now is I've rotated the, because the cell was at the back, so I've rotated that module round, and there, now it's at the front. We can see the bad one. So it looks like it's the one at the very top. Let me just see if I can put my finger on there a minute. Yeah. So it is, it's the very top one. So that's this one here. So what I'll do is I'll pop that one out. So it looks like it's 2,300 milliamp hours. So I'll pop that one out and swap it for a different one, and then maybe we'll do a little test on that and see what's happened to it. I've got some spare ones here, so let's see if we can find something that's about the same size. That's got very high. What's this one? 2.7. That's probably good enough. And what was this one? 2.3. And it's probably lost some capacity by now anyway, so maybe I should try and find something closer to 2.3. What have we got? 2.7. 2.5. What's this one? Oh, there you go, that's 2283, so that's close enough. So we'll try that one. Let's just pop this one out. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, that's definitely gone. That's not very good, is it? Definitely corroded. Some leakage there, I think. Okay, so I'm holding the meter on here, and we can see that it's, this new one's at 4.13. Let's have a look at the That's at 3.9, so it's close enough. Shouldn't blow the fuse. Let's have a look at the bad one. Not sure I'm going to be able to do this with one hand, especially as I don't really want to touch that. Maybe I can hold it with my foot. So it says it's 3.9, but it's definitely a heater. So I'll do a capacity test on it and see what it's doing. But in the meantime, let's put this good one in place of the bad one, making sure to get the positive end at the right end. Watch for the fuses to blow. Right, that's in. I'll have another check with the thermal camera in a minute just to make sure I've got the right one, but hopefully that should be it. Okay, let's have a look now and see if we've got anything else showing up. I think that's just where the one that was there had heated slightly, the one that was next to it, but it doesn't look like there's anything really out of the ordinary there now. That all looks pretty good. Let's just check some of the others while we're here, but nothing else was showing up on the we've got a few here. So that's 20 degrees and that's 21, so not a huge difference, but there's definitely a cell there that's a little bit warmer. What's this one here? That's 21.4, 21.8. It's not hugely different. They're very slightly warmer, but nothing major, not like really hot. I mean, even the one I took out wasn't hugely hot, it was what, about 3 degrees hotter, but it's definitely the beginnings of a heater, so might as well pop it out now. And yeah, some of those probably could do with being replaced at some point, but yeah, they're all pretty good. Just check some of the others while we're here. Yeah, it's all pretty good. And my newest lot. So there was a couple of things back here. What? Oh, that's the metal just reflecting the infrared, and that's the power supply. Yeah, it's all good. Pop this one in the tester and it'll charge it up, then discharge it, and then give me a reading. So we'll see what that says when it's all done. Okay. Well, it's finished, and it says it's got 1890 milliamp hours, so it's dropped by a fair amount, but not as much as I might have thought. So I think the main problem with this is all this gunk on here was probably causing a not very good electrical connection. and so it was heating up because of that. So probably that's the main cause, but I'll get rid of it anyway because that's manky. So yeah, that's that.